Thank you for invitation for this webinar. Anyone can hear me, please?
Yeah, ma'am, you're pretty much audible now.
Can you hear me, please?
Yeah, ma'am, you're much audible, ma'am. Pretty much audible. We can hear you.
Okay, okay. Let me know when you have to start, please. Hi, Ayushi.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, it was a bit of problem with the network because I was not here properly, but now it's fine.
Okay,
We
ma'am.
can.
No issue, ma'am.
Can you
No
hear me
issue.
properly?
Pardon me, ma'am.
Can you hear me properly?
Yeah, ma'am. You are pretty much audible, ma'am. We can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, ma'am.
Thank you. I say thank you for invitation. I'm very excited with this webinar. Okay. So, it's over to you now.
Christina, ma'am, can you
Yes,
hear me, ma'am?
yes, can I? Yes,
Uh,
I'm just trying to share my screen. Yes,
okay,
I'm
ma'am.
trying to share my screen. Can you give me
Okay, ma'am.
permission, please?
Sure, ma'am. Sure.
Yes, I'm trying to share. Okay, thank you. Okay. Let me know if you can see my screen. Yes, I'm trying to select my screen, but it's come like doesn't have permission or that is not allowed. So can you please allow to share my screen, please?
Hello. Yes, ma'am. Permission is already allowed. You are the co-host. Just share your screen. There is an option of just share the screen.
Okay. Oh, yes. Where we go? Where we go? Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Your screen is visible. Please continue with the webinar. Thank you.
Okay, okay. Hi, everyone. Again, good morning, good evening, or good afternoon for some country, because we have a different hours. My name is Christina Vite. I'm from Angola. I'm talk from Angola. Thank you, Awisha, for this invitation. So this our webinar will be about return to work post-COVID. Well, we know this is a topic since the COVID started, most of the companies or the organization was provided for their worker. So this is just to remind and then reinforce for the company to focus in the COVID. I mean, the COVID is not yet done or not yet finished, and then we need to care about that. So in this webinar, we're going to talk about 4 topics about return to work, like what return to work post-COVID. We're going to talk about how the company must adapt the workplace, precaution before return to presential work, protect the employees, safety and the health, safe travel post-COVID. If you see, before we have to return to the work, it means like first the company must focus how going to prevent the workers, not like that decide to return to the work before organize or the condition the worker to be back in the workplace. So the employer and the employees have to share responsibility in the prevention and then mitigation with the COVID in the workplace. Well, when we think to be open the office, think in the prevention. The employers are responsible for organization, safety, and the health contribution for the employees with all aspects related with the work during the COVID regarding the standard of each country. Because we know during the COVID time, the government, they will start the policy and the whole, and then regard some prevention for the workers. And then also all employees, because the responsibility not only for the company, everyone must be responsible to mitigation and then to prevent about the COVID. And all employers must follow the policy that will be recommended by the organization. So if you going to see like a precaution, which kind of precaution we must have before return to the potential work? Like example, if today is the day I'm going to the work, or if I already returned to my work, first thing we need to see, if I was sleep with a fever or higher fever, cough, or throat problem, you must not go to the work before you must going to get the test of COVID. Sometimes we think just like example, like just a normal fever, normal headache. But if we're going to do the test, like the test come like a positive. In my experience, how I'm going to advise the work, I'm not going to think like, okay, today I didn't sleep well, I'm not going to work. But the first thing you have to do, communicate your supervisor or your manager, and then tell them like how you feel or how you are or how you are sleeping. And then that after that, you must quickly try to get like a medical assistance just to go to the COVID test in case of suspect of the COVID, or not, just to make sure it's not the COVID. Oh, if you don't have orientation, most of the time, like a large company, what they did, they try to nominate somebody to be the focal point to help the employer on this situation. You contact also your focal point for your organization, explain to them, and then they're going to give you the guidance how to do or to proceed with the situation. Well, some company, we know they have a big and then small office. So some of them, the space is not so too big, other they're big. But look like this picture, we see the elevator is mean like it's a building. Maybe it's a 2, 3, 4 floor, doesn't matter, but they use elevator. It is very important for the company or the organization to start organize and then prepare the place. So if in the elevator, if you can see in the picture what the company they did, they mark in the floor for the elevator, how the people gonna stay, they give the bed each other, how many people, this elevator we can see only for 4 people, but they put only allowed 2 people. If the people use the stair, they put like the cross, it means like you are avoid to handle the rail, because maybe you can get contamination of in the toilet. If you see also here in the, if you see here in the picture, what they they put here, like they mark in the toilet. So this is helping for the employees when going to the toilet, they don't stay very close. Maybe they can use like 1.5 or 2 meters. It's very important for everyone to keep this. And then it's very important also for the company to provide the information fixed on the whole for the all employer to be read. If you see here that in the picture, we can show how the reception, the wait room, the kitchen, where the employees get the lunch in the break time. So you must try to put like a cross with the tape to fix, to be visible for everyone. Like in the reception, if you see here that this picture with a sofa, we can see like there is a red writing, it say don't, and then the green is mean like allowed. If before people was take like very close, sit more than 5, 2 or 4 people, but in the precaution, they must try to signalize all the place and then to allow the number of the visitor or the employer have to sit on that place. It is very, very important to focus on the social distance. Well, when we're going also to communicate our employees, first we must see which of them are prioritized to be back, and then that the specific task is, it cannot allow them to work remotely. And then we allow them to work from home. So we can see also the people with the higher risk condition, he can stay at home. Some people, like they live in the community, maybe the organization say, no, it's obligation to them to come. Yes, he can fall like the hole in the office, but the way he comes from his home to the office is mean maybe will the public transport is not so safe. And then we can also look for that if it's possible for the organization to select these people to continue working at home. And then we can also see the standard prevention for each country, because each country have a different like other countries. Well, and then you can see like, well, we are prepared already the condition for the employees to come. You must create the flow chart of cleaner. For those people working on the clinic area have to fall, and then to see which time they're going and which time they're going to clean the office. You must try to keep the windows and the door every time or when is it possible opens. This is allowed the air to be circulated, and the COVID virus cannot stay on this air. And then try also not to use the air condition, yes, to refresh the place, because the virus also is very resistant on the place where it's very, very, very cold. So in the reception area, you must try, or please, the company must focus to create a protocol. So to make sure the people, they are following the rule before they enter in the office, like employees or visitor people have to nominate somebody or to give the responsibility for the HR or HR officer to choose somebody or to nominate somebody for this responsibility, just to stay in the reception area before the people enter to the office. And then always make sure the temperature and then the alcohol gel they are using to provide for those people. Well, ensure to create a return work plan to which everyone should have access. You must make sure we are create the plan or the return plan before the people or the employees be back in the office. You must provide them to read this plan and then to understand what is going to change to start apply. It's very important. And then also make sure to get medical information and then to identify the employees with higher risk, medium and lower risk, or to be facility for the organization to select who gonna continue work remotely, who going to be back at or we're going to be back at the office or in the office. If you can see like people with higher risk, we're talking about the people have a diabetes, people have people have also cancer, HIV positive, asthma, have serious problem with asthma, serious heart condition, immunes. Also, we need to focus these people and then to try to plan for them to continue work at home, like pregnant woman. Also, we can see these people. They also is avoid to work at home. people with age, over age like 60, chronic smoke. We know the COVID is try first thing when we try to show the symptoms become like a difficult to bleeding, and then diabetic people have type 1, type 2. It's very important for the organization to make the tracker. The all employer after receive the information, like they're going to provide the form where the people gonna have question and then going to answer according their health situation or health condition. After that, you must advise to create a tracker, so to see or to be controlled which of them is must be back or which of them can continue working remotely. And it's very important for the communication. We talk about communication. I always look, I always say communication is very, very, very important. Some people, they don't think it's not important, but it's a very, very important communication. Before you apply the policy first, because we already work remotely, most of the countries continue in lockdown. But before apply and then call people to be returned, you must try to schedule the meeting with everyone. Depend of which via you're going to use, like a Team, Zoom, Skype. Some organization they also use WhatsApp, because some employees they don't have computer or the email of organization, and then they also provide the WhatsApp group from the organization to inform the condition and then to return the presential work activity. And then the HR department must provide, or with the HAS, must provide the physical form or electronic form, so that gives employee opportunity to share possible consent. Because sometimes when you're going to give information to the employees, we don't know exactly how they're going to get this information. We say like a HAS because HSE, the large company or the large organization, like more than 102 or 4 or 500 employees, they have a different department. They don't meet with the HR, but the company is, in my experience, I know, below or less than 100, the HR is a department care for all information, and then the staff and the health with the employees. The human resource department, it must ensure to supervise the policy created are being applied, because we know, well, we know I'm talking about the real experience with the HR. So some employees, they are very resistant to change, or people properly, or people, they don't like to change. When comes something to change, they have resistance for changes. But it's very important for the HR to supervise if the polls applied, and then they are falling with that. So, and then ensure that you have control the capacity with the employees in the office. You must try, like some company, they like in Angola, we already 100%. I'm talking about Angola, we already get 100%. But before it was like a percentage, like a 50, and then 25. But even we are 100%, but distance method, we are really follow that the company was create for the employees to be full also. And then you must try to adjust the work hour. It's very important. Just allow people not to just to minimize the congestion in the office. It's very important to control this, and then to schedule the hours with, and then the days the people can go to the office. Like it can, maybe we can and try also to do like a large company have like a big office, and then you can schedule like each area, like HR area, example, during the week, and you can choose like the day, example, like HR going on Monday, Tuesday, we can take another department, Thursday during the week, just to allow people not to to avoid people to be more than 50% in the office. In the office, not to exceed the capacity limit for the office. Well, social distance, it's very important for the company to focus on that, not to just okay, this is the hall, and then don't provide properly the place, or don't prepare the place, for the employees to feel safe. You must try to do the meetings like one meeting, not like example, if the room allowed like more than 10, you must try to have just 50 or 50% or 30%. All of them, they can continue have a meeting by virtual meeting. And then you must try to adapt the office, like we can see in the picture, they have a separate, they have a 2 or 1.5 meter distance. Employees, advise them not to touch the hand, have another way to meet itself. Example, like we can say, example here in Africa, our culture, it's very different. Why I'm saying like Africa, Angola, because I know this webinar is international, a lot of people they can see, and then the culture is different for each country. So you must advise the employees not to have don't touch the hand, don't hug each other. We know when we return, we was feeling like, oh, we was with our colleague, and then advise them not to have to hug, just have another way to greet. So like that, and then supervisor, if they are using the mask always in the office. Well, now we're going to talk about the safety and then health in the workplace. Well, ensure that you are providing a PPE for all employees, for them to change in 4 hours. You also make sure that the people in the clean area, or the staff with the clean area, you are provide all material for the youth activity. And you also make sure that the vehicle of the company are stocked with the PP kit. And then also we can see like in the reception again, because returning study in the reception, you always supervise, control if the policy with a visitor are followed, or are followed the recommendation. You always supervise the stock with the PP, if enough for the office, or most for the big office, like a big building, like shed the office. The area, just control the PP. You must make sure will not miss it in the storeroom. In the office, we need to give the responsibility for the manager or supervisor to see if the people or the team, they are following the rule, they are using the mask also. Well, in the large companies, like some of the large companies, it's very important for them to prepare the isolation room in case of any employer become the ill or can show like a COVID symptom. So to avoid it to be exposed with the others in the work hours until he can go home or until he can go to see the medical or to get the medical service. Just is to avoid contact with them. Nominate the focal point. The focal point we talked in the beginning, the employees must contact the focal point, but some companies, they don't have focal point. If they don't have focal point, the HR will be the focal point. If going to nominate or this person going to follow all the process, start when the employee is going at home. If you must try to follow up with the results, if the result is a positive or negative, and then how long you're gonna stay at home, if you're going to have a medication or something like that. And then immediately, if you suspect, you communicate to the department that manages the situation. If this department is not the HR, you must communicate. The supervisor must communicate this department. Well, and then management department with the HR we talked in the beginning will be responsible to guidance the employers on this situation, to give you information if you're going to close the office or when we're going to reopen the office. So to make sure like the information will reach everyone. Well, if there is a responsible manager the case, or if you don't have the HR, you must create the tracker. We can say like the tracker, or this tracker you can use like a report. Maybe you can use the Excel model also to be filled all the information for the employer, like the full name, the office location, because the large company, we know there is a multinational company, they have an office in another countries also, to put like the office location, like information for the office, if in which country or in the which region, and then the name of the manager or director of who this person directly reports. It's important also to put this information, and then follow up also if the person get the COVID during the work hour or not. It's going to be isolation at home or by place the government or the health service for the public health service going to provide. Try to find out when the quarantine started, when going to finish it. Follow up with the results. It's very important. So this is because we can also put our employees not to be in state. Example, because day by day we are meeting each other in the office. If the end of the day we can hear somebody say, oh, you know, the person was get the COVID or the positive results. It's important for us to manage this information. It's important for us to manage this case, not to give the employees to fall with the stress with that. And now we can see business travel. Well, for the company, the people must have every time. You must try not for the people, is it possible not to travel too much, or if it's important for those to travel. But make sure if you're going to travel by car, if the company car or if the rental car, keep the number to be less than 50 or not to be more than 50%. Always provide the EPP in with the vehicles also. All these conditions, if you can see in the picture, we see like in this car, we don't know if the rental car or the organization car. It means it's allowed five people, but he only going two. One in front is meaning like the driver, and then the person behind, but just to make people safe also. Well, there is some consideration that we advise or the department is must advise how the company can fall, because we know we have to reach all the employees. Doesn't matter with which area we're talking about, the clean people, the executive, the administrative, technician, because we're talking about safety or return to work. Maybe your company people, they can follow me or they can assist this webinar. Maybe your company is just administrative work, is not like a manufacturer or big or big manufacturer or big office, but it's very important for us to have some consideration when we're going to apply or the policy about COVID. So it is recommended that the Department of Health and Safety Service, which are most important area, involve everyone in this condition, must try to certify that the all information gonna reach all employers. So the employees should be given individual advice from occupational, physical, particular, those who fall into the group risk. You can give advice when they are in the office. You must stay separately with the other, because we know the employer with the higher risk. Make sure like before we're going to reopen the office, according with the protocol of the public health standard, we can fall properly. And then the employer should be enforced information and the hand exchange and all etiquette that the organization, and then the physical distance, make sure that the employer, they are following this process. Also, in the case of the management risk, that the HR have to follow or make sure that they follow all the process with the close and then return the office. In the case we have like employees in the quarantine, we need always to update our tracker with the information. We must try hard on this area, because some employees, they do the quarantine at home. Maybe they live alone, but our reality in Africa, like in one small house, maybe for just for 4-bedroom, there are 10 people, and then if you're going to do quarantine at home, it makes sure at home no one also was suspected by COVID before return at home. It's very important for us to give this information to our employees. So the company can also create the return policy. It's very important to extend employees' stay to work remotely, ensure that all employees that not show the COVID symptoms again. Well, thank you everyone who was joining this webinar. So I'm going to give over to you, Aush. If there is a question, if somebody wants to ask something, I'm open to answer.
कितना लोग 28 लोग तो ज्वाइन ही किए हैं.
Come again, please. Ika, come again.
Guys, if you have any question, you can type in a chat box.
Okay. This question.
Guys, hurry up, ask questions. Ma'am, I think there was no questions. All thing was clear. So, ma'am, thank you so much, ma'am. It was really a very informative and very interactive session. I would like to propose heartily vote of thanks to you, ma'am, for gracing today's webinar, which was full of knowledge and which makes difficult to say goodbye. So I request of everyone to please fill out the feedback form, which is provided in the chat box, through which you all are able to get e-certificate within 5 working days. You can or don't remember to subscribe our YouTube channel or attach the screenshot of the same in a feedback form. And also everyone, please switch on their cameras. We need to take a screenshot. Everyone, please switch on their cameras.
Yes. I'm trying to, well, now I think so. The camera is fine. Yes.
Thank you so much, guys, for cooperating. So now all good things eventually end. I consider everyone as fortunate that they become a part of this webinar, which was full of knowledge and which makes difficult to say goodbye. All good things. So guys, thank you so much. Now you can leave the meeting.